Well, she was angry with me. My mother. She was very angry with me.
Virginia, I told you 2 hours ago to take that doll back to Janie. Now do as you're told and bring your big doll back.
But, Mommy, this is little. It's like a real baby. Like the one you said is coming to live with us soon.
Oh, for heaven's sake, just for once, will you please do as I tell you?
But I want this doll. I don't want my big doll.
Just you wait. Just you wait till your father comes home.
Father? Oh, no, don't tell Father. Mommy, please. Please don't tell Father.
You loved your father, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Very much. Except when he took Mother's part.
But he was always good to you.
Oh, I loved my father. He was so good to me. Until we knew about the new baby.
And is that why you wanted a little doll? Then you'd have a baby of your own, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yes, the little doll.
Then maybe your father would be as nice to you as he was to your mother.
I don't know. Maybe that was it. Oh, I behaved terribly. And when my father came home, I was still in a tantrum. He lost patience with me. I was sent to my room, and I...
Go on, Mrs. Cunningham. You what?
I had still another doll. It was dressed like a soldier with a uniform, and I used to pretend that it was my father. And that night, in my room, I took my soldier doll, and I smashed it. I smashed it to pieces against the wall. I don't care if he hates me. I don't care. I hope you break the pieces and they disappear you ever again.
And what happened then, Mrs. Cunningham? What happened?
Oh, I don't know. Nothing.
Were you punished for breaking the doll?
No, I don't think so.
Why are you crying? What do you remember that makes you cry?
Oh, the doctor came. My father. He was very sick.
Wishes sometimes seem to come true, don't they?
But I didn't want him to die. I didn't. I loved him so.
But he did die?
Yes. My mother got married soon afterwards. And somehow I always felt she didn't like me because I reminded her of Father. I'm sorry, Dr. Kick. It's so silly. Crying about something that happened such a long time ago and something I could hardly remember.
By the way, did your mother ever tell you what your father died of?
I think she said, is it choleuremia?
A very serious illness which usually takes many years to develop. He may have been ill even before you were born.
Before I was born?
So you see there's no possible connection with your wish. Well, let's walk back to the ward, shall we?
Yes, Dr. Kick.
Aren't you taking the doll? The doll you got from Vera?
The doll? You mean this? Why, it's only a piece of rag.
That's all it is.
Just a simple piece of rag. Miss Davis, why, it's a typewriter. You mean it's for me?
Dr. Kick says you may use it for an hour every day. Well, go ahead and use it.
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Davis. I'd write, but I never could.
Now, look, Virginia, being a writer has nothing to be so excited about. It doesn't set you above the other ladies you know. Now, if you really were a writer...
Well, I tell you how to be a nurse.
All right, young lady, I've tried to be patient with you, but you've an exalted idea of your own importance. Let me tell you something. If it weren't for Dr. Kick, you'd never be here.
I know now why you hate me so. It's because you're in love with Dr. Kick, that's why. It's because you're... Miss Davis, wait, don't go. Please, Miss Davis, I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said. Really, I didn't.
Get back to your room.
Please forgive me. Please don't tell Dr. Kick about it. Oh, please, please.
Well, we're going to miss you, Virginia.
Valerie, what do you mean?
You'll be out of this ward, I'd say, in about 10 minutes. Maybe less.
No, she can't send me away. I must stay here. I promised Dr. Kick.
I knew nothing about this at the time. I'd gone to New York for the weekend. But I heard afterwards that for almost 2 hours they searched the building and the grounds, and Virginia Cunningham was finally found where she'd locked herself in the nurse's washroom.
You know you can't get away with this, Virginia. We'll break down the door if you don't come out.
I won't come out. I won't come out unless you send for Dr. Kick.
Dr. Kick isn't here, and if he were, They told you your husband is here, didn't they, Virginia? You know he's here.
Robert?
Yes.
No, I don't believe it.
We sent for him. He's waiting in the hall. Are you coming out or not?
I'll come out.
Watch it now.
Where is he? Where's Robert?
All right, gather on. Where is he? No, Robert, put her in that straitjacket. Robert, where are you? I know all the tricks, young lady, every one of them. Liars! 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 Liars!
When I returned to the hospital, Virginia Cunningham had been transferred. She was no longer a patient in my division. She was now in the violent ward, behind bars.
It's not my doctor anymore.
Now, like I said, 17 copycats surrounded me. Don't shoot, I told them. I've been chopped up. I've been ground up. The hasn't had my
You're my only relief. I crawl on the floor. I pray.
Well, this is it. I've come to this. Now I'm really lost.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I was talking to myself.
Oh, a very bad habit. You must be very sick. Where'd you come from?
Ward 1.
One? Huh? I guess they made a mistake, huh?
Your name, please.
Virginia Stewart Cunningham.
I'm Miss Somerville. I'm sure I haven't taken your temperature today. It's very important, you know. Let's see now. Normal. Well, very good indeed.
Temperature.
She thinks she did.
Miss Somerville? Wasn't she the head nurse in Ward 3?
Oh, well, she ain't anymore. Very sick, you know. Like it's contagious. Let me go, Hester! Let me go! You gotta be careful with that Hester. Very sick, you know. She don't talk. And she don't like nobody she don't know. And she don't know nobody. She can choke and scratch like a... Where you going? Stay away from her! That's Hester!
Hello, Hester. I know how you feel. I used to feel like that, too. Won't you talk to me, Hester? I'd like to be your friend. Won't you let me be your friend?
I am the first lady of the land. I have a right to cover my face. I'm the first lady of the land.
You were just talking to Hester.
Yes.
You know why she tried to choke me just now? She thinks I'm just a dame. I'll bet you do, too. But you can't prove a thing. She's a liar, Miss Bass.
Virginia Cunningham remained in that ward for many weeks. Whenever I had a moment, I'd go over and talk with her. Somehow she was surviving it all. And one day, I discovered how.
It was so strange, Dr. Kick. Here I was among all those people, and at the same time, I felt as if I were looking at them from someplace far away. The whole place seemed to me like a deep hole, and the people down in it like strange, like snakes, and I'd been thrown into it. Yes, as though I were in a snake pit.
A snake pit?
And then I remembered reading that they used to put insane people into pits full of snakes. I think they figured that something which might drive a normal person insane might shock an insane person back into sanity. Did you ever hear of that?
I did.
Well, it was just as though they'd thrown me into a snake pit, and I was shocked into thinking that maybe I wasn't as sick as the others. But I really might get well.
You are getting well.
But why am I getting well? Is it because I'm supposed to know why I got sick?
Do you know?
Well, I know what you think. It's because of what happened to me years ago. Like that doll when I was a little girl.
Well, you didn't get sick only because of the doll.
Was it because my father and mother were so angry with me?
Partly that, I suppose. Or it may have started long before that. You wanted very much for your mother to love you. It wasn't your fault, but I don't think you got that love. That's why you turned to your father. And whenever he took your mother's side against you, you felt betrayed and unloved. When children feel that way, they get very angry. Often they want to eliminate the person they feel doesn't love them.
You mean when I smashed the doll, I wanted my father to die?
No, but unconsciously you did want to get rid of him.